I'm going to be bringing you on a cool adventure tonight. So over the past couple of weeks I have been emailing smaller bands that I know are going to be playing in Lisbon or in the surrounding areas and reaching out to them and kind of asking them if they need a photographer to shoot their event in exchange for photos. I've been taking a ton of advice from concert photographers from like TikTok and Instagram, and Threads also is really helpful, and they've been kind of giving me advice on like templates to email, you know, venues or artists and stuff like that, and that's the way I have been approaching this. So this is obviously not a paid gig, so I'm going to be going to a few events for free in exchange for photos and hopefully link up with a publication soon, fingers crossed. But I need a ton of more experience in this area. I have a lot of experience doing my own thing, but not like this, and this has like always been some kind of dream that I just felt I couldn't follow for some reason, that I wasn't good enough. So anyways, we're on the path to that dream. So let's go and pack my camera bag. Okay, so I'm packing my camera bag. Phoebe's obviously here for emotional support. And so I'm bringing my Sony a7 IV. I also have my old Sony a7 II as well, just in case, because I stupidly only got one battery for this and I'm not really sure how it's gonna fare because I've only had it a couple of weeks. So I have my Sony a7 II with a couple of batteries. And then I have my zoom lens, so that's a 70 to 200. I'm not going to take that out because it was really hard to get in. I have my little phone holder for behind the scenes. I also have a star filter in there. I have my flash just in case. And in there, I don't know if you can see, let me see. In there, I have my 50mm 1.8. Oh, that reminds me, I need to get my wide angle lens, my 24mm. And this is when I was thinking I need to use my Notion template. I never use it, but it's so helpful because I'm the most forgetful person. I'm gonna forget my SD cards, I'm gonna forget my batteries. I'm always that person. So this list is literally just a lifesaver for me and I use it every single time now. Okay, the venue was like super small, so I didn't want to have my camera like constantly recording like on top of my camera, like my phone. So I didn't do a lot of recording, and yeah, it was very small, but the band was so good. Okay, this is the next day because we didn't get home till like 3 AM last night. So I'm gonna bring you on how I edit my photos, how I tackled the really low lighting, and yeah. Okay, so as you can already see, I've bumped up my exposure already, but I like to use the dehaze button a little bit more to bump up my exposure, so it gives it that nice like mystical kind of vintage vibes. So next thing I like to do is to kind of play with the tone curve. Now for these images I wanted to give them like a film feel, so I did want to bump, like to crush up my blacks a little bit, so that's what I did with this little dot here. Next thing I'm going to do is play with the colour wheels. I've kind of just edited them a little bit because you can go really far with these and it can look a bit crazy, so just kind of bump the highlights and the shadows to the greeny blueies. Now you'll probably see in the top right hand corner that the lighting was abysmal in this venue. My ISO was on 5,000 and that was low. That was low for this day. I didn't even know my ISO went this high. So I started to freak out a little bit, but this is when the AI denoise comes in and you can see it did an amazing job with these photos. Like they really brought them back to life. They really salvaged them because honestly, the before, so much noise. So as you can see, this is the before and this is the after of the photos. They're very different. Almost 2 days after the concert now, and I've finished editing the photos. And you know what? I'm really happy with them. I mean, when I first got to the venue and I seen the lighting, I was like, this is not gonna be okay. I am not equipped to deal with this situation, but I did.
I did it. And you know what, these are some of my favorite photos that I've actually taken so far, because I pushed myself so far in my comfort zone. I was like forced to make a good photo of these. But yeah, I really like these in the end, and yeah, they're definitely some of my favorite photos I've taken so far. So if this is a sign to take a risk, this is it. The lighting was like super hard to work with, and like my DSLR brain bumping the ISO up to that high was like the cognitive dissonance, like it was, but I did it. It was fine. AID noise, love you, babe. But yeah, I really kind of wish I was confident enough to use the flash, because there were so many flashing lights at the concert. They wouldn't even notice using the artificial flash on my camera, so I was just a bit self-conscious to use it just in case. It was quite hard for me, like socially, to, you know, get different angles, you know, go on the floor, go over here, be walking around while like people are trying to enjoy the band. So yeah, next time I definitely am gonna learn for those experiences, and nobody cares. Nobody's even remembered me from that concert. They were all having a good time, and it was like 12 o'clock at night. Like everybody was drunk, it's fine. So yeah, so anyway, so that is it. So if you like this content, please like and subscribe, because you will see me on my photography journey, my photography dream to be a concert photographer. So yeah, if you like this video, please subscribe, and hopefully there will be more where that came from. Thank you so much. Bye.